Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University.
A program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. You're watching
Silliman.
Hello, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining us tonight. Ron, how are you? Kumusta?
Fine, gosh. How about you? Did you celebrate Pugasa? Did you visit?
Yes, of course. I enjoyed a lot. I visited different booths, and of course, we congratulate all the organizers this year. And as festive as the Buglasan Festival here in Silliman University, Ron, we have also a lot of activities because, of course, that's part of our vision, mission, and goals, not to confine learning, innovation, and development within the four walls of the classroom. And very interesting, friends and televiewers tonight, we actually have this special face, no, that responds to this. I think it's about time to really address this innovation, development needs, as of course, putting the environment and society, at its core, right? So Ron, why don't you introduce our guest for tonight?
Yes, Josh. To start with, let me first introduce the Silliman University Technology Business Incubation Office Manager, none other than Assistant Professor Janice Förster. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Good evening to our viewers, and it's nice to be here.
All right.
And we also have here with us tonight the Innovation and Technology Support Office Manager, Engineer Klint Austero.
Hello, good evening also.
All right. Ngayong gabi, Engineer and Professor Janice, thank you very much for sharing your time. I'm sure you are so very busy, no? With all because Ron, it's already Burman, so
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of activities which we'll talk about in a little while. So for the interest of our televiewers from Janice and Engineer Klint, let us first introduce to them your office, because we have here the TBI, the Technology Business Innovation, and we also have the ITSO. No? So, would like to start? Okay, ladies first.
So in 2019, there's a Republic Act called Innovation Act and the Startup Act of the Philippines. And so we are practically new in terms of really pushing innovation in the country, whereas in other countries, they've already been doing that for the longest time. So basically, it's the mandate of the government to really push innovation, not only in the academy, but also in the government offices and among the industry. So it's like making sure that there's an alignment among the technologies and the research and the graduates that we produce from the academy and the industry needs. And of course, what really the government is also funding. So we're looking at innovation here as like a triple helix, wherein everyone works together. And so basically, what we're doing in our office is we're trying to ignite the creativity, the innovative ideas. Yes, so we're trying to ignite the creativity and the innovative minds of our students. We've been doing that for a long time, in terms of like making research or making thesis or capstone project. But the emphasis used to be not really on the societal impact, and that's what we're trying to focus or to really emphasize, at the moment. Projects that has been validated by the potential users, and then projects that has impacted the community, the projects that can be commercialized so that it has a value.
So medyo ang daming applications and possibilities.
That's right.
So where is your headquarters, or where's your office right now, Ma'am Janice, in case our students and faculty members would like to pay a visit?
Alright, so we are in the Dr. Mariano Andina Lau Activity Center. We are on the second floor, and we actually share an office with Klint.
So, certainly, I think the mic has been forwarded.
So, as Mom mentioned, we are in the same floor, the ITSO, or the KTTO, which is the Knowledge Technology Transfer Office, is the same floor as the TBI, because we understand that TBI also requires some form of intellectual property protection. So whatever the product or the graduates of the TBI, usually what support that we can give is in terms of intellectual property, the paperwork, the licensing. So, aside from developing innovation, we also need to have some sort of protection, idea protection. And that is where our office is. So, not just in forms of patents, but we can also protect in terms of trademarks, the branding, in terms of copyrights for creatives. So let's say, for example, if you design, create songs, music, so we can protect that one also. So it's very vital in order for you to prosper in this harsh environment.
Yeah.
You need to have some sort of protection.
The VUCA world, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
So, Josh, basically, the ITSO is there to protect the ideas, the intellectual properties of students and faculties or whatnot, the community involved. Now, I'd like to ask Assistant Professor Förster, what help do you offer to startups and to students who would like to, ask for your assistance?
Baka tayo yung first you will be the first one to approach.
Yeah, so basically we understand that some of the startups or most of the startups who come to us do not have the capacity to pay for their own office or their own internet or their own equipment, like computers, for example. So that's basically what we provide. And of course, while they could not afford it yet, while they are still building their name, they could use our office as their business address.
Wow.
We could help them look for more funding. We could mentor them for free. We could let them join seminars also using our network in the entire country. And in fact, we also have partners outside of the Philippines. And so basically, it's like we try to assess where they are already as far as their technology is concerned, what needs or interventions we could probably give. And then we do the support. We give them the support that they need in terms of providing mentorship or the equipment that I mentioned earlier. And then look for funding. Connect them to the community who needs them.
All right.
For the interest of our televiewers, Ma'am Janice, can you briefly clarify to us what do you mean by startups? What do you mean by this? Or perhaps you can give an example.
Okay, there are actually many types of startups, but one is, for example, those that are scalable, those that are into tech. Say, for example, like we talk of like Food Panda, for example, Grab. These are examples of startups. So they started very early. They started at a very small scale. Eventually, they grow and build other branches or build other functionalities within their application. But basically, it answers a problem in a society.
Ayun.
Yeah. So it has a societal impact.
Ayun.
All right.
So that's why in our class and in our trainings, for example, we try to identify what are the problems around us. What inconveniences have you experienced that out of that inconvenience, you might have thought of some solution that we could start building upon.
So mga naghahanap ng problems, marami akong problems. Perhaps you would like to give solutions to mine.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go to Engineer Klint. Let's talk about intellectual property rights. Silliman University being the hub of intelligent or intellectuals. How do we apply for IPs?
Is it for free? Is it for free?
First and foremost, the services of the ITSO is free for the university. So it's free in terms of assisting the drafting of patents. These are offered free, no charge. But unfortunately, in terms of filing, there is a small amount of fee there because
how small is that, engineer?
Some might think that patent filing of patents and trademarks is very expensive, but no, it's quite cheap compared to the other legality. If you hire a patent agent, it requires around 60,000. But since it is already free, then the filing fee is the only thing that you are gonna think of. So the filing fee is roughly around 60,000, and it will cover depending on what type of patents or what type of intellectual property protection that you want. Let's say, for example, patents. It will already that 60,000 can already be covered for that 6,000 can only can now be covered for 20 years.
So may expiration
May
date pala
expiration.
siya.
It's not 60, right?
No,
6,000.
6,000.
Okay.
Okay.
6,000. Parang na-shock ako nun sa 60,000.
60,000 if you hire a
yeah.
patent agent to help you with your drafting of your
Alright.
patents.
So for that, that's for 20 years.
That's
2 decades naman.
For patent and the
Depending
copyright,
on the
50
kind
years.
of
for
intellectual
copyright,
property protection.
copyright is basically once you created something that's which is a product of the mind,
Right.
it is already yours. No, that's copyright. No, it's already protected. However, it's much better if you file that one so that there is some sort of, in case of there are infringements and there are some arguments within who owns it, it's much better if you have a document showing us, I have this, I have created this, I am the first to file for this protection. But in terms of copyright, it is already, once you thought of that, put it in the writing, that is already,
That's
already
yours.
yours. But if you have, if you want to have strong protection, then you can file for that one.
For patent. Wow.
For copyright.
For copyright.
So there are lots of protections, forms
layers
of
of
protections.
protection.
So if
Or
you have
types.
technology, that you can go for patent. And if you, let's say, for example, branding, you can go for trademark.
Trademark.
And if you go for arts, literatures, you go for creatives, copyrights.
Copyright.
And there are some other forms of protections like utility model, industry design, but usually those are the 3 big protections that we can help you with in your business or startups, as mentioned.
All right, Ron, we're learning a lot of things from engineer and Professor Förster, but we're just pausing for a short break. When we come back, let's talk about Ma'am Janice. I'd like to ask, perhaps you would like to encourage our teachers to link with you, and because this is a very golden opportunity for igniting that innovative spirit among our young learners. And Förster, I'm interested about when you have a protected idea, will you be earning money? Because that's the concern. No? So they will answer that when we come back. Please stay with us.
What a wonderful words of Jesus, so reassuring for all of us, that in the middle of the storm, He will be there for us.
Make us feel confident that help is available whenever we need it.
So take note that you guys should do different physical exercises.
We're hoping that in the following years, ma-appeal na ang uban nga strand, kay dili magpili ang disaster of strand.
Guys, we are finally at the final stage of our DRRR activities. Can we give ourselves a round of applause?
We have now come to this day to culminate this semester-long endeavor.
The party's starting, it's going down. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out.
In this tranquil haven, where acacia trees embrace the earth and dreams take flight, lies a hidden truth, awaiting its moment of reckoning. But nature's whispers grow louder, shaking the very foundation of this idyllic existence. Behold, the specter of the earthquake looms, a tempest of raw power. In a world where the ground beneath us can tremble at any moment, be ready. They strike without warning, leaving devastation in their wake. No one is chosen, no one is spared. We are all victims. In a heartbeat, lives are upturned, dreams are astray, and futures are left hanging in the balance. But amidst the chaos, a flicker of hope ignites.
are cleared. All victims are accounted for. All unit heads have reported. Thus, this simulation is now officially over.
Welcome back, and you're still watching hashtag Silliman Ron. We're still joined by our TBI and ITSO. They have very aesthetic name, no? TBI and ITSO. Very millennial, very now.
Yes.
All right. Now, before we took a short break, we actually asked them, Ron, particularly for Professor Förster, about how they can link, no, with our the instruction. How can you integrate, no, in instruction in our fire component, and for engineer. Do you earn money if that's protected? So I think we'll begin first with engineer, because I think our televiewers are interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you earn money, or do you earn money by engineer in the first place?
First and foremost, it's basically when you file for protection, it's just for protection purposes. So it means that you have the exclusive right to whatever to the things that you are going to do with your intellectual property.
Let's have a case in point. For example, the Silliman logo, for
Actually,
example.
the Silliman logo has
Yes.
been trademarked. I did that one with the help of the Vice President of Development.
So protected na ito.
It's already protected.
So for example, there's company X that wishes to use our logo.
Then therefore, they have to sign a licensing agreement with Silliman University with an agreement that if you are going to use our logo, there is a royalty that you are going to give us.
Ayun. So pwede. No? You can earn money.
I think I can mention this one. We have already a licensing agreement with Royal Stitch and Opeñas for the usage of
Opsimas.
the Opsimas. Sorry. Opsimas.
Ako sa Fresh Lumpia may logo.
Opsimas.
And then Royal
Opsimas
Speech.
and Royal Speech.
Wow.
We have already a license agreement. So there
Okay.
are the exclusive, or they have the rights to make use of the logos of Silliman University.
Wow. So they can print t-shirts.
They can print t-shirts. So if there are companies or if there are other stores who wish to make use of the logos for their, let's say for souvenirs, they need to approach Silliman University, especially my office, to agree a licensing agreement first before they can produce any products. So that's the trend in intellectual property. If we have the intellectual property protection, we have the exclusive rights to do whatever we want with that's our
And
property.
you can set the terms and conditions
from there.
Okay, ang galing.
But and again, if you want to protect, if you have a product that you wish to protect, then you have also your exclusive rights for that intellectual property. Similar thing, if you do business, then there is already an exchange of commodities or exchange of payments for the use of specific intellectual property. So it's like intellectual property is intangible property.
Yes.
And there is what we call tangible property. So this is your cars, your house, those are tangible. But again, they have the same value. So you can either sell, you can rent it out, you can
give it as
give it as a gift.
As an inheritance.
Inheritance, assignment, you call that one intellectual property assignments. So those are similar things, but these are generated by the mind, the creation of the mind.
Just like the kids of Michael Jackson are earning from his songs, right?
Yeah, because may creative rights bang tawag doon, or intellectual, no? Anyway, thank you very much, sir. That's very enriching, no? So let's innovate na ron. Let's make ideas. Let us ideate na. All right. So let's go here to Professor Förster about linking up with the instruction component of FIRE.
Okay, there's a lot of things going on, no, in our office, especially because Silliman TBI is also the lead office for the DASIG consortium. It's actually a consortium of startup enablers in Region 7.
DASIG?
Yes, DASIG. It actually means Development and Acceleration Support
akala ko yung...
for Innovation Growth.
Wow!
So we are also initially funded by DOST. So we work with other incubators in the region, particularly with UP and with CIT University. And as I mentioned earlier, because we also work with the government and other industries, our partners are the Chambers of Commerce, the DTI, DOST, the ICT, like that. No? Now, within the university, there are actually a lot of courses that has technopreneurship, entrepreneurship as part of the curriculum. So, like for instance, the College of Engineering, they have technopreneurship. College of Computer Studies, the College of Business Administration, of course, and the College of Nursing, they actually have GE15. That's entrepreneurial mindset for nursing. So it's like, yes.
Entrepreneurial mindset for nursing.
That's right. So entrepreneurship is not only limited to CBA students, or not only limited, the technology is not only limited to the College of Computer Studies or engineering. Even someone who do not have any degree in or background in programming can be entrepreneurial.
Yeah, because for a lay person, it could be intimidating because I don't have the Java language or the Python. It's parang nakaka-intimidate eh, no?
Yeah. But when you talk of startups, which is basically what we help, no, diba? It's actually creating or forming a team. So you don't have to know everything. No, so you form a team. So for example, if you need in your team someone who needs to do the program, the application, then you can get someone to be part of your team, someone that knows how to program, no, or someone that has a background in business. No? So that's where we start, including or looking at the curriculum, partnering with SHED into strengthening the entrepreneurship, because that's very important, no, in the ecosystem that we're building. We also are starting, because when I was in Israel actually, now they are at war, but unfortunately.
Praying for our brothers and sisters.
That's right, that's right. But I was there for 3 months, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I was in Israel for 3 weeks for an innovation training. So when I was there, because I was thinking about what's really the problem in the Philippines. I mentioned earlier that we are still new, but in some of these times, no, we are having challenges, no, with our students, no, really transforming them into something entrepreneurial. Now, one thing is that in the TBI, no, and I'd like to correct that, we're not really trying to make entrepreneurs out of all of our students. We're actually teaching them the soft skills of what comes with being entrepreneurial, and these are basically the soft skills that most companies are looking for when they apply for a job, because most or all of the companies are now into innovation.
Correct.
Right? So when I was in Israel, going back to that, I noticed that in their educational system, they actually start young. No, so and that's what we're doing at the moment. So we have already signed an agreement with high school that we will be the one to provide a robotics club for high school.
Exciting.
And in fact, someone from elementary said, "Ma'am Jan, why don't you also join kami din sa elementary?" I said, "Yes, we will stabilize this." Now, and I'm also in talks with some of the teachers in CBA, because those that are teaching entrepreneurship in high school and in senior high, that maybe we could also work together to strengthen that, so that just like the College of Nursing, if you have heard about that, they were sent to Cebu for that pitching competition, and they won first place. No, so out of the 247 applicants within Region 7, there were 3 teams from Silliman University who made it as part of top 25. No, and that's College of Nursing, who eventually made it as top 1 and best in logo.
Wow.
And also College of Engineering,
top 6.
Congratulations.
And College of Business Administration. So we actually had to work hand in hand to really bring them to Cebu and give them the experience, because after all, that will make leave something among our students,
an impact to their lives.
Right? And then they will start talking about it within the university, and hopefully there will be more teams in the future who will join such competitions. Yes. That's right.
Basically, what we are trying to do is make Region 7, Silliman University, just like we want to replicate a Silicon Valley.
Where I know it's very ambitious, but we're working.
It's free, so why not?
Right.
And we are looking for the next Elon Musk. Who knows?
Who knows? It's you, Josh.
Let's pray for that.
Yeah, so we're also working with other organizations. Like I'm working right now on a proposal with DTI, who might probably give us like more facilities in the future. I'm not going to mention more specifics because I'm still going to defend next week.
Okay.
But that will give us an opportunity to have more equipment for our students within the university, and of course for the MSMEs, because we're actually not only for the university but also for the outside community.
Correct.
Yeah. Professor Förster, I've been, as we speak, despite the SUTBI being organized in 2019, how many incubatees are we supporting or are we assisting now?
Yeah, so right now we actually have like, I think 9, and that also includes outside of Silliman, like professionals. But the students are actually changing. No, it used to be that the ideas are like very low in terms of technology readiness, but now when they pitch, you could actually see the difference compared to when we started in 2019.
So improvements. These are marks of improvements.
These are also the results of all our hard work for the past few years, especially because we were hit by the pandemic when we started the TBI office.
All right. Now, Ron, unfortunately, we are running out of time for our episode tonight. How I wish we can have an extension of this enriching and insightful conversation, if I may describe it. So, to end, perhaps you would like to invite our faculty members, our students, our staff, and even alumni to collaborate and link with you. And do you have socials that you would like to promote?
Yeah. So you can visit the Mariano Alina Lao ICI laboratory in high school, no? In junior high school. You can see us there in the 2nd floor. You can easily approach us. Just talk to us if you have concerns. We are open to any, even if your idea is not so good, we will help you with that one and polish it into a more better idea. And we will actually, you can actually visit us you can email us through kttO@su.edu.ph, or personally email me, Klint v Austero@su.edu.ph. So just email if you have concerns in terms of intellectual property, want to protect, then feel free to approach us.
Okay, from our office, I'm inviting everyone not only to give us new ideas, fresh ideas, great ideas. Also, we're looking for more mentors, investors. So if you're any one of them, or if you just want to share some of your experiences or skills with any of our teams, you can contact us. So we have a social media account, Synergy TBI, and also we have the DASIG SENV Facebook account, and I believe that you can see that on your screen. I'm also inviting everyone that if you need anything like plaque, laptop stands, mobile phone stands, we also do that. We also make that.
Wow, I think I need one now.
And there will be more technologies in the future that will come out of our innovative office.
Ayan. I think, Rono, listening to their sharings, it makes me more excited about the future instead of being worried and anxious about it. But these ideas sparks our interest and curiosity, at the same time hope that we will have a brighter and better tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. Before we end, I'd like to ask if there is an idea that will change the world. Do you have any idea right now that you can pitch? Example, we are in your shoes.
We are your dragons.
We are your dragons, or the sharks.
The sharks.
What are the ideas that you are going to pitch?
Okay.
Candidate number 1.
They say that in order to have a great idea, you have to start with your heart. So if you are passionate about something, like say for example, you're passionate about ending the problems of our senior citizens, I'm sure you can find something great for them. So you start with your heart and you follow, and everything will just
fall into place.
Follow your heart. That's Professor Förster.
Yes.
Follow your heart.
Yes, Josh.
So in my case, you don't need your technology to be very big, to be very technologically advanced. It can be very small, no? And has value. So you can maybe reinvent something. Like say, for example, reinvent a hanger, coat hanger. What can you put it there? What can you make it more useful? No? So those are the small things that you can add, values that you can add, or reinvent something, or innovate something. No? So maybe you can start there if you are planning to venture into ideas, venture into innovations.
I like that one.
Yes,
Start small and follow your heart. Okay? On that note, once again, dagang salamat, Professor Janice Förster and Engineer Klint Austero for gracing our show. It's our honor to have you here. And there you go, guys. We wish that you will join us until our next episode. Keep safe, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Dagang salamat for joining us again tonight. And of course, continue supporting our socials on Facebook. We have a page called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite episodes. We also have a growing community on YouTube. It's still called #Silliman. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. See you there.
And catch us as Peel Products Channel 6 every Monday at 8 p.m. And replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Ronelyn by Vailoces-No
and Joshua Soldivillo. Kita kits next week, only here on #Silliman. Bye!